Boom.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Hello, everyone.
Look at the energy.
Yes.
The energy in the room. Can you feel that?
Well, it's weird because, like, literally, Sam went 3, 2, and he didn't say 1 because you never say 1.
Do you not?
You go
I heard him say 1.
2,
Oh.
like that,
Action.
and when he did that, all of a sudden you exploded with excitement. But before then, you were like Eeyore out of Winnie the Pooh.
I'd be like that in
I'm
10
just
seconds.
kind of done with today.
Oh, I'm going to take my shoes off.
Oh wow, are we really?
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to get comfy. We're going to be here for the
Yeah?
next 3 hours, Turp, so we might as well get comfy.
So last week we talked about you sleeping in because of your, interrupted sleep, and you missed out on your hair appointment.
Oh, yeah.
So have you made a new appointment since then?
No.
No. Oh.
However,
Growing it
Tomash,
out. Growing it
Tomash,
out, yeah.
my ex-gay hairdresser.
Did he get in touch?
He got in touch. He was like, "Oh,
Hey Lulu,
I'm
I've got a new gig.
So sorry," he said.
Yeah.
He's really
Is he very
the
camp?
campest gay guy. He's
Ah.
awesome. Anyway, he sent me a recommendation that was a lady called Amy.
A lady? Yeah. So there's a lady Lauren who cuts my hair quite regularly, and I must say, in my single days, having paying for like a shampoo.
From a single lady called Lauren.
It was a little bit erotic
Very
at times.
arousing.
So Amy's going to cut your hair now, is she, or?
Amy, I don't know. Well, the thing is, he said I was in contact. It did last night, says Sam.
Oh.
So it must be still going.
I'm excited.
That's something to
I
look
can't
forward
wait.
to.
It means only an hour to go after we hear that.
So yeah, sorry, Amy's going to cut my hair. But
Yeah.
Tomash said if you get in contact and you ask the manager and tell them that I told you, you can get one free appointment.
Wow.
So I might get a
free haircut. And they don't know what you look like, so I'm going to phone them up. Hi, it's Lewis here. Tomash said about free haircut.
Oh my God, if you actually ring up all the hairdressers in Bristol and say
It's gonna work,
Tomash
isn't
and
it?
Amy. Now, okay, let's talk about babbies for a second.
Yeah, let's talk about babies.
Because I could talk about this with Sips, but I think you're just as good. I think that babbies used to be a thing that happened before contraception, okay?
Yep.
And also...
Now there's no excuses.
And
Bring it
before
on yourself.
abortions as well.
Yep.
You know...
Before abortions. Back before time.
Well, contraception's relatively recent, and abortions are pretty even more
Legal
recent than
abortions, safe abortions are, more recent, yeah.
And I think that a lot of the time before we had both of those things, there were a lot of unwanted kids, right?
Yeah.
I think that before contraception, before abortion, sex is great and fun.
It is.
And people want it.
And it's Moorish. That's
Right?
the thing.
It's very
You
Moorish.
have it and you're like, you know what? I'll have another, please. That was, obviously
could
not
have
straight
another
away.
one
Not
of
straight
those.
away. Give me half an hour at least.
And then maybe in the morning I'll have one.
Oh, exactly. Maybe I'll have half now and half later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have one now, one in the shower,
Yeah.
one in the kitchen, and then one in the morning.
And we chilled on Sunday.
So no, it was fun. So I guess there were a lot of kids who were born before who were unwanted, okay?
Yeah.
And it was one of the things that was the big thing that came out of abortion. This is for Freakonomics. You should read real educated people if you want to know serious shit about this. But
we're going to talk ill-informed
Yeah.
about abortion.
That's right.
Here we go.
But one of the things was
Next, we're going to talk about politics and religion.
one of the things was that there was this big crime wave in America, and everyone
Yeah.
was very keen to take credit for the solution of it.
Yeah.
And Freakonomics were one of these people who sort of talked about how when it correlated up, it was actually Roe versus Wade, the whole abortion being legalized thing, that 15 years earlier had stopped this generation of unwanted kids being born.
Right.
And so
that
there
were neglected and then turned to crime.
Yeah.
I see. So abortion stops crime.
I'm not saying that, but you can understand how there would be a link there, right? Where you have chosen to have a child.
Yeah.
You have all these options open to you.
Yeah, they're all gone now. Everything is. I've given up on it now.
Actually, do you know who was it who was the one behind the child? Was it you or your wife? Who was the main one saying children?
I'd like to think it was a joint decision.
Okay.
I've had it told many times it was a joint decision.
It was a joint decision.
But I've said, if we have another one, I'm not doing anything, because this is too much work.
So the next one is not a joint decision.
No.
Well, no, it's no. It's now an if. You see, before when I spoke to you, it was a never.
It was a never.
But now it's an if.
It's got a bit better.
Next week, it's going to be a maybe.
It's a maybe.
And then the week after that, we're having another one.
We're pregnant.
We're having another baby.
But this time I'm carrying it. Because I do it well. It was a joint decision.
You carry the weight well.
Well, it's all on my ass. I must say,
I've got a baby in my ass.
Rappers from the 80s to late 90s love me. But anyway, so Lewis, you don't really think of having babbies necessarily then? You think more about the impact on crime?
You have to understand. Right?
For a kid, it could commit crimes.
So reasons to have children. It used to be that you couldn't avoid it, okay? So one reason you'd have children would be that you just couldn't avoid it. You wanted to have sex, so therefore kids were attached, okay?
Damn right.
The other reason was the church, like the Catholic Church.
If you want to have more followers in your church than someone else...
The other one was, like, if you wanted to have a progeny in order to work the farm, okay?
Yeah.
The more you were investing in the future. Also, women were kind of second-class citizens back in the day. Like, even now, sometimes, in some cases.
Yeah,
in some
in this
countries,
company,
in other countries,
you.
women are definitely treated as second-class citizens. And I think that it was their job to have the baby, have the kid, and then we can put it to work. It's like putting money in the bank.
Yeah, it's an investment, isn't it?
Yeah, and so once they grow up, we'll put them to work.
That's what I'm doing. Every time I wait... Look, this morning I was up at 4 a.m. And do you know what I said?
Yeah.
You better be a fucking millionaire when you're older, and you better say, Dad, here's some more money.
Do you think that...
I think she will.
Are you going to put your kid to work, though? You're going to be like, right, you want to live in this house? You're going to have to do this and do that.
I'm going to send her down small crawl spaces that I can't physically fit in to, like, run wires. So, I'll network my house up and maybe have, like, a sweet home cinema. And you'll be like, oh, man, that's amazing. How'd you do that? I say, like, I just got my daughter to crawl through...
I mean, you talk about this as a joke, but this is kind of what they did. Like chimney sweep.
Chimney sweeping. I'll get my chimney done. So,
I mean, it was a really cruel...
Oh, that's the thing. It's like £1,000 to have a log burner installed. I sent my daughter up the chimney.
100 years ago. So, sorry. So, basically, about children, I think that you have to... Why are you doing it? What are you doing it for? What's
just
the reason?
For the lols.
For the lols.
That's what it was.
Okay.
I said, why not? Why not? Fuck it. What's the worst that can happen?
So you're really doing it because she wanted it, so therefore you're going along with it.
No, we're doing it. It was a joint decision.
Reason.
No, it was a joint decision, Lewis. It was a joint decision, and we love our daughter very much. And I regret it from time to time, normally between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. Outside of that, I'm fine. But when you wake me in the morning, But she is very cute, so it's okay.
So I think, you know what? I think that...
You do want a baby, though, don't you?
It takes time, okay? I'm 32 years old now.
32 years old?
But I don't look it.
No, you don't. It's the hat. You look like 12.
I do feel it sometimes.
Do you?
No. But I think that you were together for a couple of years before you decided to have a baby, and I suggest that people do the same. They don't rush into these things, and they don't, rush into anything.
Don't just willy-nilly have babies everywhere.
No.
Which alcohol, in your opinion, is best / most interesting? Looking for new drinks to try, Yogscast.
Oh, okay, well, listen. When it comes to drinking, it's a little bit like drugs.
It is.
Okay, there's the soft ones, the gentle ones, like cider and beer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the marijuana.
Do we still have the cider upstairs? We must do.
We do. We still have a big old bag of it.
Yeah, we should get on that.
And that's very nice, that, so I could drink some of that right now.
It's not as nice as Kronenberg, 1664.
It's horrible beer.
There's nothing in it. It's fine.
So they're the soft things. And the thing is, with those, that it's fairly tough to get unbelievably... disgustingly drunk, right? Because you have to drink quite a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
3 to 4
You're more
pints.
likely to just wet your pants.
It's tough. It's a little bit like trying to get fat by only eating vegetables. It's kind of tough to do.
You can do it, but you've got to have some real staying power.
Yeah.
And a very slow digestive tract.
Whereas spirits are at the other end of the spectrum, and very small spirits can go a very long way.
Yes.
And therefore, when you talk about which alcohol, in your opinion, is best, most interesting, you have to be very careful because sometimes it can be quite deceiving.
Yeah.
You know, if there's some gin, for example, that's served in little
tiny little ones, especially if you were doing it more as a kind of
they were in
a jovial celebration.
Like an advent calendar.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you just think, well, crack, I can just drink all of these and there'll be no problem. And you completely lose track.
Look how big I am and how small this is. There's no way it can affect me.
You're drunk. So before you know it, sick.
You smoked a whole joint
of
a car gins.
Park. Yeah.
So yeah, I would say my favourite alcohol is Baby Sham. Baby Sham. Do you remember Baby Sham?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah. It's not Christmas unless you've had a Baby Sham.
Baby Sham.
That's my favourite, most
It's such a feminine drink.
It's not feminine. It's
feminine.
Baby Sham. It's got a deer. It's got a beautiful doe on the front. It's beautiful.
Thank you for that question.
Ollie Gabe 617 he says, "Hey guys, first question: how do you deal with the fact that as an audience we feel like we know you as people, but it's difficult for you to even put a face to us?"
Well, we do meet a lot of fans.
What do you think Ollie Gabe looks like? I think Ollie Gabe. I think it's like a skate version of Gaben.
I think he's like about 6'5".
Yeah.
He's got long,
ginger pubes,
dank, like blonde hair going down to his shoulders.
Yeah.
He's got quite a big nose. He's very spotty. He's wearing like skate kind of clothes.
Yeah.
And he's got glasses. It's quite thick. And he's got nice teeth though. Nice teeth.
Nice. Good kisser, I'd imagine.
Nice lips.
Yeah.
Lovely lips. And he's a great guy. I've just drawn you this picture.
So, yeah, it's not that difficult to put a face on him. There we go. Done. Sheep Wipe says, "Hey guys, just wondering, do you guys take on students as interns, specifically statistics and data analysts? And if so, how could one apply to you guys? Loving the streams to keep me going until uni starts back up. Much love, Sheep Wipe." Do we take on students as interns? Occasionally. It depends. It's one of those things. Is it causing us more effort than it's worth? The funny thing is,
sometimes it is, right? Sometimes you take someone on and it's more trouble than it's worth.
Case in point, this guy.
Weirdly, but sometimes I think a lot of people, for example, in statistics and stuff, when they look at them, they analyse them, they give you all this information, and then they don't have a way to actually implement that or apply it to anything. And so they'll get all this wonderful data, and then they won't have the charisma to actually, or the kind of inspiration to actually bring it through into a reality. And often, sometimes, it can be sometimes very negative to just hear all the data and statistics. Like, oh yeah, the trend's going downwards. What can we do? Nothing. Oh, good.
Hire more interns.
How
They're
does that
cheap.
help? It doesn't. We've just wasted a whole load of time.
But the problem is, I spend so much of my time training up all these interns.
Problem is, the reality though is that actually we already get a fucking shitload of data from everything. YouTube is an engineering company, and the back end, the analytics are so good. Twitch too. Well,
Twitch analytics are getting there, but
Twitch analytics aren't getting there. But actually, there's other sites
Twitch alerts
that do the Twitch now. Analytics a lot better.
Tweagle, Twitch tracker, Twitch. That's the one. Twitch. There's good stuff out there. It is. That's it.
The one that Harry uses.
Yeah, it's good. It's good
to track stuff.
But anyway, so send it talent@yogscast.com. Anything job related, send it there. And Twinge. That's the jobby. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
So, yeah, and I don't know, wow us. Don't send me a CV. I don't want to read a CV. Send me, like, a milk carton with your face on saying, missing from your company. Oh, what's that about? And inside, it's not milk. It's iced coffee.
Oh, no.
No, not that. It needs to be enticing. And
some pubic hair.
The recipe, the recipe could be your CV. And then it says, if found, cool, and then it's your number for a good time.
We didn't know. I've never looked at CV of any of the people who worked here. Still waiting.
I've seen a few.
And
I vet them, and I'm like, well, this is more impressive than me.
Sure,
I'm sorry, but we can accept your application.
I think looking at someone's CV is a little bit too personal. I don't like it. It's a little bit like looking at their Facebook page.
I go on their Facebook page.
I don't want to see that you worked in Sainsbury's.
First thing I do is I check their Facebook because I want to see, have they committed indecent acts?
Have they liked Donald Trump?
Maybe. Well, it says here you like Dolce and Gabbana. They sound like expensive tastes. They're going to want a pay rise. You're out. You gotta look at the big picture.
Yeah.
So I check that, and I'm on the LinkedIn now. You ever seen LinkedIn?
The LinkedIn.
LinkedIn is hilarious. It's like a social network for dads, and you can endorse people. So I could say to Lewis is right good at social media, and that's it. There you go.
Endorse people.
And so now some people don't have CVs. Do you want to top mine up as well? That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah. Bring the bag down. That'd be good.
The bag's still there?
Yeah. No, well, who knows? They might have cleared the fridge out.
Is it still good, the bag?
Yeah, it should be.
We were drinking the bag like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's alcohol. It's preserved. It's preserved. Some guys. Anyway, talent@yogscast.com. Send us your stuff. Gussinator says, you actually pronounce my name with the U like in umlaut. Goosinator, says, you actually pronounce my name with the U like in umlaut. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Also, what do you think about gay marriage? P.S. I am your father, Lewis. What do I think about gay marriage? I'm married. Gay people should be married as well if they want to. Do you know how much my marriage has led to the downfall of civilization?
Tell me.
I don't think it has.
Oh.
I don't think gay marriage would either. I don't know. I
think that
it's a legal thing, isn't it?
I think that gays, it's a bit like gays are magnificently creative and people who are pushing the boundaries of our
That's a bit
society.
generalising. Some gay people are Hitler. Hitler was gay. Are you saying that just because Hitler was gay, all of a sudden he was a great artist?
I think that to some extent, gay marriage is very, very, very overdue and very placating. It's like, oh, you got gay marriage now, you're done.
Stop complaining. It's like giving women the vote. Fuck off. You're done now. Out you go.
Do you know what I mean?
What's that? You want to get paid as much as men as well? Fucking. How many times are we going to have to do this? Exactly. Yeah.
So I think there's still a lot.
Would you ever get
problems.
gay married?
What?
Would you ever get gay married?
Yeah,
I wonder, the thing is,
only for tax reasons.
Well, exactly. That was my favourite thing, was Scar from The Lion King, or Jeremy Irons from Die Hard 3, was saying, well, what's to stop me marrying my son? And it's like, well, that's incest. That's something completely different. No, I just marry my son. When I die, he gets all my estate, get through inheritance tax laws. It's like, yeah. That's still not legal, though, is it? It's not saying you can just marry anyone. It's saying that, if you're two people that could be married, like heterosexually, then you can get married homosexually. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
Right, anyway. So, gay marriage is cool.
I
Cap
think
of pride.
It's probably about 15 to 20 years overdue. But yeah, finally. But even so,
you make it sound like when you were 12 or 17, you had the love of your life, and it was just before I was allowed.
Bearing in mind how the gays have been treated and are still treated in many parts of the world, I think that they still have a very long way to go.
I think you should be able to get normally married. I say normally, that's going to offend people. Traditionally heterosexually married, and also, if you wanted to, gay married. So we could get gay married, and that way, I could share your private healthcare. If you died, I'd get all your shit. That'd be pretty sweet.
I mean, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably suck your dick as well for some of those benefits. So it works out, doesn't it? Alex M, 2795, $5. Lewis, before contraception, do you think people just had bum sex instead?
I don't think
these are some of the things that keep me awake at night. these thoughts. I
think that there's a problem with modern young people who assume that bum sex is the norm. I think that
is the norm.
It's the norm. It's expected.
Oh, right, because of pornography.
Because
it's warped. Exactly.
I think that there's a lot of
and
young
they think
people
you just go straight for it. You don't warm up to it. Don't start with a finger. No.
And they have no idea what they're in for at all. Because
this is the face of a man who's
pornography industry. It's all.
It's like the movie industry.
I don't want to spoil it, but it's not real.
But no one watches, no one comes out of seeing, The Rock and goes oh, my God, we got to go to Alcatraz. Sean Connery's going around shooting all these guys. He broke out there twice. Ed Harris is, shooting people. Yeah.
I'm just worried about it.
It's a movie, isn't it?
Because of the prevalence of that.
Pornography keeps me awake at night. Sorry. can't even say.
It keeps me awake at night.
Keeps me awake at night.
Thinking about
there we go.
that stuff.
Oh, I think about porn and I just... Oh,
I'm up all night thinking about it.
I'm disgusted.
I'm worried about it.
I'm disgusted sometimes.
Yeah.
I look at that and I just think, that's not right. Michael Seeds, just recently found you guys after searching for an age for something funny and heartwarming. Thanks for making me laugh. Simon is absolutely hilarious. I will say thank you.
On behalf of Simon.
On behalf of Simon. It's very kind, very kind. He is very funny. Not as consistently funny as me, according to me, but he does pretty well. He does good.
Yeah, he's got his ups and downs, whereas, you're always a very low level, always.
Always, so consistently, you know what you're going to get.
Mediocre.
Exactly. Some people are like, do you reckon he's going to have a good day? No.
Because it's going to be
consistently
average.
That.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a bad day? No, it's just going to be, what you expect.
Whereas
it's
me,
good.
I'm on a different scale.
It is, the Brinley scale.
I invented it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It keeps me happy.
It does. Shame it doesn't keep the viewers happy. A cartist says, "Hi Lewis, I would love to see, as an experiment,
right,
putting Simon in your place. You go off on holiday for 2 weeks, and we see how he tries to run the main channel on his own. Actually, 2 weeks with no videos wouldn't be that interesting. I think that's probably... No, I think Simon is... So there's been one video I remember Simon making that we never put out, and it was the Felix Baumgartner jump. He recreated it in Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the end we said, vote for us in the golden joysticks, because it was at that time. And we took it down straight away. But he did well. I thought it was good. He built a little spaceship, a little space shuttle in Minecraft. It was a whole video. I don't think we have it anymore. I think it's gone.
I think it has gone. I don't know why that happened. Was it because I was sick one day?
You weren't in, exactly. You were sick, and then you were like, "Fuck's this shit? Why is this going out? What's going on?" And then you just deleted it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was probably
but that's what we'd
either
have.
extremely hard.
We'd have more topical. Yeah.
And it was like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was 30 seconds long.
That was it.
That was the problem. So I
don't think Simon even said anything in it. I think it was silence.
Well, but it was his avatar, and he did puppet said avatar.
Again, it wasn't really... We've done some bad videos in our time.
We've done some stinky poops.
You guys aren't... Turps, you're not... You're telling people that there's some lost genius that Simon created.
People would love it.
It's not really
30
that
seconds.
at all.
Well, it's more kind of 17 seconds and then 13 seconds of vote for us in the golden joysticks 2014 or whatever it is. But yeah 2013.
So I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. I think Simon might be all right. I give him a hard rap, but I think he'd probably... If I was sick for 2 weeks or whatever,
I think 2 weeks would be... That's what he'd do.
I think he would probably come in for 2 days out of those 2 weeks. Talk to some people.
He'd some heads would roll.
Should we record some videos? Is that a thing that we do here? And they'd say, yeah, we could do something. And he'd say, what should we do? And then they'd say, well, I don't know. And then he'd say, oh, well, I don't know either. Shall I go? Oh, better go home. Shall I go home? And then he'll go home.
Maybe. I don't want to ruin yesterday's recording, but he did pretty well. Some say he was on the winning team.
Wow.
Bill Facola says, how do blind people know when to stop wiping? Hope it's not a scratch and sniff scenario. I think it would be... I'm just trying to think. Do I inspect the toilet roll? Sometimes. But I don't know, is it every time? It's an interesting... I'll tell you what, I will tonight. I will. I won't be able to help it. That's it. It's like saying, hey, Lewis, stop thinking about your breathing. Oh, shit, man. I'm thinking about my breathing, man.
Blind people, I think it's just a comfort thing,
Yeah, you just keep going until you're like, oh, it's that. Oh, I'm bleeding. Now I've gone too far.
You never know.
You never know. You're just constantly, wiping. So think about that. Donate to blind charities, guys. Donate Andrex puppies. The softest thing to wipe your ass with.
There's probably a way.
A Labrador puppy.
Anyway, next.
AMA or AMA says, hey guys, if you could make a Hearthstone card, what would it be? Mine would be cost 1 mana, win the game. and it would be exclusively available to me.
Right.
The Legend, because I'd finally be able to hit Legend with that.
I want more good
maybe.
discard stuff. I liked Fist of Jaraxxus when they added that.
Yeah.
But it's not really very good. It's a little bit shit.
It's too...
But I think like a couple
RNG.
more cards that benefit from like when this card is discarded.
Yeah.
It would be good. Because then you could probably build one. Because there's like things like that Queen of Pain or whatever card where you play her out and she... It's like a 4/3, 2-mana, discard a card.
Oh, yeah, the Succubus.
Succubus or
Yeah.
whatever. I think, she just doesn't see play ever.
No.
And it'd be good if there were other cards that when they were discarded, they did something.
Yeah.
I like those ones.
Yeah, I like that. Doom Guards, Doom Lords, Doom Guards.
Doom Guards are
They're
they get
amazing.
A lot of play.
5/7s
Because most of the time
Discard
you play
2 cards.
those out with
to a finish. Yeah.
with no cards in your hand.
Yeah, that's the aim.
Right?
By turn 5, you want to shed your hands.
But I like the... So they added Tiny Knight of Evil, which when you discard cards, it gets bigger. But the problem is when you use a Doom Guard with nothing in your hand, it doesn't get bigger. Do you know what I mean? So there's no... It doesn't, it only actually...
Doesn't work for
only
the
actually
synergy,
gets a
yeah.
benefit when you discard
When
a
you
card.
play
and,
wrong.
And when you play Doom Guard and things like that and Soulfire in your hand,
There's nothing worse
tend not to discard that
than
many
2
cards.
Doom Guards in the hand. Oh, how sad that is. Meldanor says, hey guys, if you could have any type of pet, parentheses going from normals to like cats or dogs to crazy stuff like head crabs or murlocs, what kind would you have waiting for you at home? I would have a Lewis, a little Brinley at home.
Like a baby sea lion.
Like a baby sea lion, exactly. And I'd club it. Oh, if I had a bad day at work. How'd you like that?
An Arctic fox that always stays as like a puppy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be lovely.
That would be adorable.
Yeah, I mean, it would have the most hollow and sorry life there is. But that's pets, really, isn't it? Stockholm Syndrome, pets.
I think
Steal them
pets
from
are
their
a lot
mum
like babies.
until they like you. Definitely. My daughter's about dog level at the moment. I can point at things and she brings them to me. And like there's a level of understanding. She can do a few things. Maybe she's a bit below dog. Like some dogs are like proper, like you could say like
They love you.
yeah, but she's got the unconditional love thing. That's fine, but it's the capability to do things. And then what happens is once she learns to speak, then she's like a dog that can talk, which, as everyone knows, would be the greatest dog in the world.
Yeah.
And that's when they transcend dogs into something cool, apparently.
People.
Any big plans for the Yogscast in the near future?
No.
I was going to get a Deliveroo this weekend. That was a big plan. It's expensive, but it's worth it.
What am I doing? Honestly, I planned to have January off.
You done well with that,
And I
haven't you?
came in this morning and did
I just thought, what have I done?
3 hours of Civ 5.
I'm not in the Civ game, guys. So
Followed by a quick half-an-hour lunch, followed by 2.5 hours of Druids, followed by a quick half-an-hour cup of tea, followed by 3 hours of streaming, followed by me going home to an empty fridge and house. So I'm probably going to have to get some food on the way home, followed by
Get
God
Five
knows
Guys?
what. Probably streaming with Pyrian. So
Oh, really?
I'm
Oh.
today.
That would put me in a bad mood.
That's
yeah.
like 12 hours of me. That's
That's
way
a lot-
more
that's
me
more
than
work than you
anyone
normally
can
do.
possibly
Yeah.
want. And I'm doing that kind of every day at the moment. So it's tough. I don't think there are any plans. Some days I'm like bored out of my mind because there's no one here, nothing to do, and I don't know what to do.
And you realise it's the weekend. You're
Yeah.
like, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm going to go hang out with, all my friends I work with. Oh, shit.
But other days,
Ruins it.
man, I'm super excited for them. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit tired today, but
J Reborn says, hello, chaps. Just wondering if you might have plans to go to Manchester Film and Comic Con in May, as it's going to be my first con. Would be amazing to see you guys. Keep on being awesome. I'll let you on a little bit of info. No, we won't be. But have fun. We are going to be at MCM in London, which I think is in May as well. So swing by that one and we'll be there. Goosenator donated again, saying, oi mates, again, I'm burning through my money here. Do you ever watch your own vids or some other yogs? Also, what playthrough you like the best? Do I ever watch my own videos? I hate the sound of my own voice. I cannot... Of course, I watch every single one. Guaranteed entertainment. Love it. I also enjoy watching... the main channel sometimes. Not as much as I used to. They're not as funny as they used to be. I watch Shin. No, I don't watch Shin anymore. No, he doesn't do Let's Builds anymore. Duncan. I haven't watched Duncan since Tech It. He just doesn't do the good old Tech It. Duncan's Castle, Duncan's Lab. Moxterable says, was Simon upset about David Bowie's death, changing everything in Twitter to David Bowie? Yeah, I think so.
I guess so.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people don't know this, but Simon, he knows like maybe 3 or 4 of David Bowie's songs. So, you got to understand how that impacts.
Do you know what? I really
stuff.
couldn't tell often whether... It's tough. It's the thing on the internet, okay? Because I know David Bowie, and it's sad that he's died, right? But lots of people die, okay?
Recently, they're all famous ones.
There's a lot of people who I like a lot more have died, okay? I'm just saying, David Bowie, I don't care.
For you, no, exactly. He wasn't anyone specifically to you.
And therefore, when I look at people's Twitter, I'm not quite sure who is genuinely upset and who is sort of either just pandering or kind of doing it as a sort of joke. And I don't know.
Do you think Simon's joking? I don't think he's joking.
No, when it comes to Simon... But Adam Buxton, for example...
He was properly cut
really
up.
torn up about it.
Yeah, but he did a documentary on him and all that, didn't he?
Yeah. But he always used to take the piss out of him in the old podcast. And I always
that's
thought
why he
that
feels
they were...
bad now.
But I always thought they were a little bit, taking the piss out of him. So I don't know. We obviously take the piss out of Bowie and we're sad about his death and stuff. But
it's a little bit freaky, Bowie.
It's, yeah. Don't know. I don't know. Do you know what? You can't ask me these things about Simon because I just don't know.
I don't know. Camcord says, after typing in my relatively sensible question, I forgot to add my other one. So here it goes. Can either or both of you do any impressions like the one Simon does?
Oh, loads of them.
I'm Professor Griswold! Oh, like that.
So many terrible impressions. You can watch any Yogscast video.
My favourite characters in Harry Potter. Fuck you! Like that, yeah. We can do them all. Fuck off!
That's right.
That is my favourite.
That was a good one.
Play_safety dance says, sing safety dance with your angelic voices.
He asked last time.
I want this to be a thing. Firstly, because
we can dance if we want to.
We can do your dancing song. But if we dance like and sing it like David Bowie, it becomes a David Bowie song. Cosmos 5000. Hey guys, what game are both of you playing a lot of right now? It's Hearthstone. I don't know if you've seen it before, but that's what we're playing tonight. What are you playing outside of Hearthstone?
Dota 2.
Dota 2? Are you back on the Dota bandwagon?
Yeah, I play about a game a night.
Wow.
And it
about 45 minutes, aren't they?
Makes me kill myself. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's horrible. I hate it. And
I heard there was a really good game that was like Dota 2, but better, called League of Legends. What do you think of that?
I've tried it.
Yeah? Is it better?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
They're both as bad as one another.
I am playing a lot of... What am I playing at the moment? I'll consult my phone because this is where I play.
What time is it?
I am playing...
6:30.
Pocket Mortys.
Are you?
Nibblers. Cut the Rope, I completed that. Best Fiends. And Adventure Capitalist and Hearthstone. So
I'm playing a bit of XCOM.
XCOM. Are you getting ready for XCOM 2?
I wanted to do an XCOM stream.
Okay.
But
you thought, well, I couldn't handle it?
XCOM 2 is happening
boom,
February 6th.
Soon.
So I don't really have time to stream out
the
whole playthrough before it comes out.
You could.
I'd like to.
It wouldn't take that long.
All right, I'll do it then.
Just do it.
Next.
Quizzy Wow says, will you guys be doing another Yogscast game show like the one at October MCM? I was there and it was hilariously chaotic and fun. Yes. We had a meeting today with Multiplay, who do the Insomnia events.
Oh, yeah.
And we were talking to them about a couple that we're going to do this year and a couple of new ones. So that'd be really fun. And we might do some after-hours stuff at Insomnia, which we've never done before. But we're trying to find fun ways to interact with people in a live environment. We don't want to just broadcast... kind of preach to you like we do here. We want it to be more interactive.
We want to do something creative that actually engages our brain slightly.
So that would be really fun. We're already going.
Game 5.
Quizzy Wow says, that's what they said. Camcord, here you go, a hat trick of questions. What things do you guys do for fun outside of gaming? I mean, for me, chiefly, it's just masturbating. Lewis? It's masturbating Lewis, sorry. I paused there.
Oh, it's the same
yeah,
thing.
Exactly. He's masturbated by me, yeah. Lucky Lucario says, is the Yog Towers looking for anyone doing work experience or apprenticeships? Email talent@yogscast.com, but 9 times out of 10, no, because it's more effort than it's worth.
I'd like to put some people to work on some stuff. I gave the guy who's there at the moment...
From the BBC?
Well, yeah, I gave him some stupid shit to do.
Could you do some copying for me, please? Can you make me a coffee?
We got an exchange thing with the
tea.
BBC. So he's like a proper real producer at the BBC.
He's a producer at the BBC,
and we've got him like doing...
We've got him just... He's editing highlights and playing Minecraft minigames.
No, fuck's sake.
So there you go. It's all gone wrong. Camcord says, Lewis, are you and Sips planning on returning to the Salty Mons Guild at all?
The problem with that is that, do you know what? Yes, I would love to, but...
Shift the blame to Sips. Sips doesn't. He says that he doesn't like his fans.
Unfortunately, WoW is not a very good game to play on a stream.
Okay.
Especially if you're going to try and play, like, do the quests and stuff, because you kind of can't.
Yeah, with the big man train that the Salty Simons introduces.
It's like, you know how bad it is on release day where you just can't get quests done?
Yeah.
So, unless we only level up in instances, which is kind of no fun, we miss a lot of the game. I guess the point is that streaming it kind of doesn't work in a weird way, and I felt like I can't come back to it. I want to, but they've carried on without us. The guy who is running it now, it's now Level 70 Guild. They've just gone on to the next thing.
They've progressed. They're in the Burning Crusade.
Good for them. Do you know what?
That's good.
I want them to do that, and I'm pleased that we've set this like ball rolling, and they're now going to be a thing. When it comes to WoW Legion,
that is like how I feel with my daughter.
By the time Legion comes out,
I've done it now.
By the
She's
time
on
Legion
her way.
comes out, they're going to have gone through all the expansions. They're going to be ninjas.
Exactly. They would have had a decade's worth of experience in just a few short months.
There is a Guild Wars 2 guild as well, which I made.
Yeah, the Pyrion's Tree Friends.
Yeah, which I'd like to come back to. But
yeah,
again, like I kind of had this period. Well, I told you what I did today, so that it kind of gives you an impression of how much time
He's a busy man. Also, more office-style parodies, please. Wasn't that good? Didn't it go down well? People loved it. It was good. Of course they did. You know, the thing is, little secret behind-the-scenes info. I didn't actually know anything was being filmed that day. And Lewis came up to me afterwards and he said, Turps, just so you know, full disclosure. And when he says full disclosure, I know he means serious business. And he said to me, full disclosure, we were filming everything today. And I was like, no, what? Really? And he said, yeah, basically we knew that we just wanted to capture the reality of day to day, like how funny you are. And we wanted to capture just the joy we have. Can we distill that into video form? And you know what? I think we did. We got close. I mean, it's not quite as good. Your face. It's not quite as good as being here, but it's not bad. It's not bad. So I'm glad you enjoyed that.
I'm still just mad.
We should do one. Camcord again. I was wondering about the question that was asked earlier about work experience.
Super mad.
If someone wanted to try and get some work experience or do some freelance work, would they need to be 18 plus? Only if we shoot you in a pornography. Past that, you kind of do need to be over 18 to work here.
You don't need to be any age to do work on the internet.
No, exactly.
You're anonymous. We don't know.
Harry, when he started working for us, was, I think, 11, and I think he was from Afghanistan at the time. Now he's in his 20s, and
he's from England.
From England. So honestly, it doesn't matter, because when you're online, we just don't know.
Do you know what? I think that people are doing lots of good stuff for us. And I think there's lots of stuff people... I mean, look at how incredibly useful the mod team
were. Oh, the mod team, Jesus.
Over Christmas.
They're amazing. And now.
I mean, that is like...
I don't have favourites. I made it. I said...
Do you know what, though?
I said, you can't just make Jane your favourite.
I tell you what, the question is always, what is there to do?
What do you mean?
Because... we don't do very much.
What do we do?
But what were we bringing Intern to do?
I've got a billion things. What did Bill Clinton do with his intern? I'm trying to remember. What did he do?
Well, he made sure she wrote the dossier on Afghanistan.
Exactly. So how am I going to write a dossier and then sit in front of a committee of my peers?
Yeah.
and say, I did not
At the
have
Congress.
dossier Congress with that
Senate
intern,
hearing,
Monica Lewinsky, impeachment ceremony.
President, independence, freedom.
And then I was George Bush, and George Bush came along, and he was just, I don't
Oil.
know.
We're going to go and take that oil.
We're going to take that oil.
There. We're taking that fucking oil.
Someone,
We're going to kill everyone.
Someone-
And we're going to bring that oil back, and we're going to use it.
you say that, it's under $1. Let's get it gone. Good job. Good job,
It's
everyone.
under $1.
In certain states in America, the petrol, refined
Gasoline,
oil,
sorry.
gasoline.
Petrol's always
So
gasoline.
petrol's now under £1.
What's the price in England?
99.7
Pence.
pence at Asda. And you know that's the pinnacle then.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
good
owned by
race.
Walmart.
Exactly. But it is cheap. It has, honestly, I was driving past it. I very rarely drive. I drove past it. I
your eyes
filled up.
goggled out.
I did. I filled up. I only needed like 3 litres, right? But I was like, no way am I not filling up. It's £1. It's not even £1. Honestly, I think I just passed my test. I think I would have been 16, 17, whatever it is. 17, I think I was. And
So you were 17. That was the last time you saw under £1
under
petrol.
£1.
Oil is very cheap now.
Oil.
20, 29
The other day,
bucks, 30 bucks,
on
something like
Reddit,
that.
I read a post, so it must be true, that said that the barrel in which oil is measured in, if you were to buy a barrel, it would cost more than the said oil now within it.
I believe that.
Boom. Boom.
But that's not what oil is sort of.
It's not actually shipped or contained in
Stored
that.
in.
No, but it's sold in barrels. And if you were to buy an oil barrel, you would spend more money than buying a barrel's worth
I got it, Turp.
of oil. But that's what I'm
I
explaining to you.
understood it.
There you go. I know it's early on, but do you have any big goals for the year? Since it's the board meeting, I was thinking especially things to do with the company, where you are, etc. Kiss, kiss. Thank you for the kisses, Captain. I appreciate that. My big goal this year, my big goal, is... So last year, we did a book.
Babby 1.
Solar. No, I'm talking about the company.
Babby 2.
I don't care about family. So we did a book. The book was good. I liked it. We could do it better. I'd like to do a better book than that. I'd like to do a story book less so than a picture book. And I think this man here, he has stories stored up there that I'm hoping that we can extract and put them on words, on paper,
Yeah.
and then replicate said papers 100-fold. No, 1,000-fold, because we would sell that many. I would like to do our own plushie by this year. I'd like to
I've
have.
asked for so many plushies over the years.
But the thing is logistically, it becomes very hard to do with the way our current merchandise is set up.
Right.
But we're looking at changing some things up that would potentially allow us to do that, which would be really cool. I would like to have more channels, more new faces, I should say, in the Yogscast. I would like that. I think that'd be really nice. I think this year, if at the end of the year it's still exactly the same people here, we done fucked up, because there's so many funny people out there that we can show off to everyone. That I think that'd be really good.
Yeah, that we want to hang out with.
And exactly. And what else would I like to do? There's so many things I'd like to do, though.
You
Lots
should
of
write them
things.
down then in that case.
I should. But I won't share them all. Not unless they donate lots of money.
Okay.
And obviously Shadow of Israel, the movie. Bam.
Okay.
Gonna do that.
Shit.
That's it's just gonna be
Rooster
me
Teeth did a
playing
movie.
all the parts.
Have you seen it?
It's coming out. Is it out now? Is it?
I think it's out in America.
It's out
I think it's
over
being
in
shown
yeah,
over in the
exactly in our cinema
laser
nearby.
team.
And
should be good.
Mark Humes, or as you know him, me, is the biggest Rooster Teeth fan in the world.
Is he?
And it's a little bit wrong because he works here, and so it's like
Second place.
Honestly, it does. It feels like it's like we turned up to our own orgy, and he's more into this other guy that's. I was like, no, come on, what are you talking about? You know,
Awkward.
at least try and pretend like you want to do
it's
me.
good to have aspirations, though, because if
It
we were
is.
just like the pinnacle of perfection, it would be really disappointing. You know?
It would.
At least
Getting
now
there.
he can assume that Rooster Teeth are like super awesome, super funny. And
Exactly.
He never has to work there
No,
and have
exactly.
it be disappointed.
See what Benny, Carl, and Freddie, you know,
Big
take a
Jimmy
whiz,
and Danny
only a tiny bit of wheat
Garth.
come out.
What's they called?
Oh.
Gavin,
Gavin,
Jimbo,
Garth, Jimmo,
Tony B.
Tony B.
Tony
and C. Tony C and B.
And Christian.
And Christian Teeth, who, as everyone knows, owned a Rooster Teeth.
That's where it came from.
That's where it comes from. So, yeah, anyway, Hume's massive fan of them. So he literally sent an email to everyone saying, go to check out the movie. Anyone wants to join Nina and I? And I was like, don't send that to our internal email. Don't send that around. I don't want people checking out this.
No, it's good.
I don't want people checking out this because everyone who works here is going to say, I'm sorry, guys, I'm going to work at Rooster Teeth. See you later.
No, they're not a competition. That's the problem. Like,
do you know Lou at Maker? Do you remember Lou?
No.
Luis Mendez?
No.
You know Lou. You'd know Lou if you saw him. Anyway, he works at Rooster Teeth now.
Good for him.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, good on you, Lou. That's good. That's good.
Ooh,
nice guy.
Cool.
Nice guy.
It's a good, better place to work for, probably.
I hope they treat people well. He seems happy.
Teeth?
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
He seems happy. I like it. Linosaurus says, hey guys, quick question to Lewis. Will you be making any WoW videos on Double Dragon or anywhere?
Well, the problem with Double Dragon at the moment is it's very one-sided, i.e. Sips is playing a game.
And you're just talking to him about it.
Keeping him company.
You're like his... I remember doing this when I was younger with my cousin. My cousin lived 2 streets away, and I used to run down my road and then up his, and he had a Nintendo 64, and he would play Rogue Squadron, he'd play Donkey Kong Country, Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, Diddy Kong Racing, you name it, and most of those games are single player, so I would watch him play. I'd have fun, as we all do on YouTube, watching people play games, but I kind of sometimes felt like, I kind of feel like I would like to play games with you, though, as well. Is that what it's like for you and Sips? No. Do you not want to play with him?
No. It's like, the problem is that one of us is playing a game, the other one can't see what the other person is doing.
Oh, really?
And therefore...
So the conversation
has a blank screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so I pretty much do all of the rambling in Double Dragon, and occasionally Sips will take the piss out of me because he's heard something, or maybe he's half heard something because he's sort of So the point is that we kind of, at the moment, all the videos that have been done so far have been Sips playing games and me just talking shit for hours.
Didn't want to say it, but yeah, I picked up on that.
Which I've kind of run out of shit to talk about. So I feel like...
Literally my life experience, I've used it all.
I can't do anymore.
How long's Double Dragon been back?
4 hours
2 weeks.
or so, yeah. I can't, I feel like I'm fucking dead. I can't talk about it anymore. And
You should switch. He should pass the baton over.
So yeah, tomorrow afternoon I'm going to do the recording.
What are you going to play?
He's going to, I don't know.
Tease? No, you don't know. Okay. XCOM.
Well, I need to figure it out.
XCOM.
I could do XCOM.
That'd be good. Because you don't need to talk you don't need to think that much. There's turns. It's like, okay, I've done my bit of thinking, stuff's happening. Yes, Sips, I agree with you, poop is funny. Then you go back to playing games and you have to, he talks on some more about some poop.
It's tough because I'd like it to be Double Dragon to be like a podcast and therefore not really draw too much reference to the game. And so in an ideal world, I'll be playing a game which I don't need to even explain to him at all.
Just happens to be there. Well, you get like an iOS game, something like really, why don't you get like Clash of Clans and just be sat there clicking on your farms? Boop, boop, boop.
I'm just worried about how the dynamic's going to... Because I'm a bad multitasker. Sips actually is not too bad. He's obviously playing a game, but he does engage me in conversation. I'm just worried that if I take over and start actually playing the game, I won't be able to hold a conversation with him. Do you see what I mean? It'll be like that. Are you going to play Total War Warhammer? Maybe, but maybe not. Because the Total War games, they're just a little bit shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Total War. I think Warhammer is what has been needed in Total War for a long time, though. I think that Warhammer has learned a lot from how boring a lack of variety is, i.e. human battles. Because human battles where you just have a load of humans versus a load of humans is kind of... I mean, you could get some pleasure out of the kind of... But at the end of the day, I don't get any pleasure out of it. I guess you can get some pleasure out of the tactical mastery of the whole experience. But I think the good thing about Warhammer is that you have giant avatars and giant ogres and tanks and stuff like that. I want to have a shift around in the office. I want to move office and fiddle around. I was originally planning for it to happen 2 days ago.
Really? Why didn't it?
Because, apparently it didn't.
What did you want to do?
Because January 18th was when we were originally getting
when you thought, okay,
around.
Yeah.
And we'll have to get new desks. But actually, we've got till March now.
Mark was saying to me today, you haven't replied on the old email I sent about desks.
I don't like it.
You don't like any of them?
Well, that's because he said, this is the only thing we can do. And then he sent me a
Didn't he send you a couple?
No.
I thought there was some plans,
like one
2 and B.
Plan. And I was like,
okay.
Well, this is garbage.
This is terrible.
So I haven't replied.
So the best way to get a resolution there, guys, is if you don't like it, ignore it and hope it gets better. They'll understand that the fact you haven't replied means it's not good enough.
Well, I don't like to
better.
reply saying this is garbage because it upsets people.
You do to me all the time.
Very rarely.
So
the things that I don't reply to you on
are
the things that I'm not interested in and don't want to upset you about.
But honestly, I think that, whilst it is called a pyramid scheme, I think that we're getting in at the top.
It's base
level.
It's network marketing.
Network marketing. We're there at the base level. We're ready from day one. We can build upon.
You were trying to sell
foundations.
Me some supplements to make my dick grow larger, and I just don't need them.
And the thing is,
just not interested.
I'll let you in a little secret.
I have no
looked
problems.
into the studies. It doesn't. What it does is it makes your pubes shorter, making your dick look larger.
Makes all your pubes fall out.
In comparison. Okay. Not even though they contract. Your pubes will contract. Your short and curlies get shorter and curlier.
That would be a way to make your dick bigger. The rest of you smaller.
Exactly.
In proportion.
Exactly.
Would shrink you.
Exactly. And, again, it was just one of those things. It was an opportunity. I presented to you. I said, do you want to take this opportunity? It's not going to be here tomorrow because there's certain government legislations that mean it can't be. Whatever happened to that Yogscast game you were making a while ago, lol? There have been so many. So, I don't know. I would say we have made the error of partnering with partners that haven't been as reliable as we necessarily originally believed and hoped they were.
We're very naive and trusting.
Naive. Exactly.
Don't trust anyone, guys.
Don't trust anyone.
No one. As the X-Files said, trust no one.
As Agent Mulder and Scully both said,
I don't think Scully
I love
ever
you.
Said it. I think Mulder
I
said
love
it.
you. That's what they said. They didn't say it verbally, but they said it with their eyes to one another.
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh, my God.
They love each other. We love you. But, that's why now we're just taking your money in exchange for things we know we can do, which is spend it on us going to E3.
Do you know what I watched yesterday?
Snooker?
Yeah, I watched that Snooker show on the Snooker film on BBC. Did you see it?
No.
It was great. 23 minutes. This is the hardest 23 minutes, honestly, this last 23.
Honestly, because by now I'm at full mast,
really
and I am I'm rock solid now.
I think 2.5 hours is my limit.
Should we change the duration of everyone's streams?
That's how everyone feels about the last half an hour, but man, I really struggled through the last
Viewers at home, they're like, really? I tune off. I do.
Please hang up and try again.
If you have a holiday, it's 1992, and you're a young boy, because Lewis doesn't have holidays. He does not have a holiday. So there you go. Don't worry about York Towers burning to the ground because it's a city break. It's a brick.
Though, don't
it's
we?
A brick.
We go to San Francisco.
We have. Oh, exactly. Yeah, we've got GDC coming up. Do you want to come to GDC? Should we do GDC?
Are you going?
I've already bought the tickets for Rich and I. Do you want to come along?
Have you?
Yeah. Well, they were stupidly cheap.
I don't want to go.
No, that's what I thought. Exactly. And I was thinking, there's no point bringing Duncan, because then it's almost as inane as bringing Duncan last time we went, which was just like, all right.
He's just there.
I'm just here. It was there.
He hasn't got any kind of...
No, he didn't want to be there particularly. No. It wasn't like, I've always wanted to go. It was more like, all right.
I liked it with Duncan.
That's honestly, I think Duncan went because you wanted Duncan to be there. I think that's beautiful.
I needed a bit of companionship.
Exactly. I went because I wanted Lewis to like me. You don't like me. So yeah, holidays, we're lucky. We go away enough. I think our work is lovely.
I liked you before this drubbing that you gave me.
Velurin says, in Zimbabwe, they actually flush all their toilets at once monthly because they're poor piping means poo gas builds up and can cause health hazards. The ensuing tidal wave actually solves a huge could-be medical crisis. Citation needed, but I like it. I think
citation definitely
I'm going to tell people that in Zimbabwe they synchronise their flushes.
I'm telling everyone that now.
Once a month in Zimbabwe they synchronise their flushes to make sure they get it.
That's my new chat-up line.
Is there a plan for a Yogscast match of Squad? The Hat Films have been trying it out. Squad looks amazing.
It does. Do you know what, though? Hat Films...
And Harry's
have
playing
never
as well.
been busier. They've come back in the new year, regenerated, rejuvenated, and they are working their little tiny asses off, their cute little tight butts off.
Shall I tell you why?
Why?
I told each of them that the other two were going to kick them out because they were being lazy.
Oh my God, you genius.
Reaping the rewards.
Do you know what, though? It's the worst month to do that, because January AdSense is like a quarter of that of December.
I know, but it was more of an experiment. I'm going to try it on Duncan and Shin come peak CPMs. I say to Duncan and Shin, Duncan, so I was just chatting to Shin, he was going to kick you out of Hat Films.
Oh.
And then Duncan
Shin
being
might
like,
be quite
oh,
effective.
fuck, I don't want that. And I say to Shin, I was just chatting to Duncan, apparently he wants to kick you out of Hat Films. Playing them against each other.
What does it mean when I have a headache, like right here, guys? Because I always worry about this.
It means you've had too much. Sometimes I wish I could travel through time and save myself for you, sir.
Oh.
I've said it. I don't want to turn the board meeting into a hard as a board meeting.
If only they'd done gay marriage 10 years ago.
Oh, or 12 to 15 at least.
That's why I was complaining it was too late.
Exactly, too late.
I missed so many opportunities.
Too late.
It's really sad.
Could you imagine the change we would bring in this world as two independent gay men, collectively but still independent? Man, we set the rights movement back a bit. I sometimes wish I'd been born a woman before they'd been given the right to vote. So me, with my knowledge that they were going to get it, could ride that and pretend it was all me. Do you ever think that?
No. I think
me.
maybe I should wear a bit of
foundation
weird clothing every time so people can identify which stream it is. Because you are the same every fucking stream.
It's timeless. It's timeless. Wah! Legendary!
At least until Harry stops doing other people's
Well, exactly.
stuff.
Yeah, fucking hell, Harry! Where's the Exactly Lethal shirt? There's people out there who want to spend their good, solid money on it. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
That's the problem. I said to him, it's going to be 8 months. And I'm going to be like, hey, guys, it's exactly too long for you to still get this reference. It's not going to work, is it? But then everyone's going to say, oh, that's a nice logo on the High Rollers stream. Yeah, that's good. That's good. High Rollers have their own Twitter account.
No way.
I mean, it's mainly because Mark Humes is the DM and he's also the social media guy. But they have 1,400 followers on Twitter already. I was thinking, where's the board meeting? Where's the board meeting Twitter account? It would be almost as bad as Double Dragon. We would do it for a couple of months and then never again.
Well, do you know what, though? That does imply longevity. You know, he's obviously in this for the long haul if he set up a Twitter account.
Definitely, definitely. Well, they're seeing Critical Role. They're seeing the brilliance of Liam O'Brien and his lovely friends. Liam O'Brien does the voice of Illidan Stormrage, the Silverhand Recruit, ready for action!
What a fucking accolade.
And obviously Geek and Sundry have Critical Role, amazing D&D podcast. We have High Roller, and it's it's all right, it's good. I'm saying that, I've never seen it, but I'm assuming it's good.
It's only been one episode so
But
far.
what an episode. Am I right? I don't know, am I right? I haven't seen it.
Honestly, God, did you watch the me and Duncan stream when we did
No,
Punch
of course
Club?
not.
My God, it was the most homoerotic thing I've ever done.
Really?
It was really...
You played like a classic game, didn't you?
We played Punch Club.
Oh, okay, you didn't then. I thought you played like an old...
It was just a very kind of...
Simon's been playing Punch Club on his phone. Sat on his sofa in front of his, like, £2,000 laptop playing a old-fashioned looking game on his phone. I don't know Dota. I know of Dota. Well, I played Dota. I don't know Dota 2. So
We could get you to play Void.
that is a Void Walker, is it not? A big purple, ethereal, bubbly man. I hope you enjoyed the questions.
No, I hope you've been all right.
I'd like to say this is still really heavy.
I love doing this.
By the time we can put this above my head properly...
This is one of the highlights of my week, by the way.
We'll have
so
the
you know.
road to E3.
I know I've been a bit salty and a bit
Well,
grumpy
of course
throughout,
you have. 7-4.
I've had a really bad headache. And I'm
That's
sorry.
what it was. Otherwise, you would have beaten me.
That wasn't what it was. That was bad play. But thank you, Turps, for giving me that
Thank you, sir.
excuse.
Thank you for the enjoyment.
I'll take that.
Don't thank me. Thank Hearthstone, where you can get all of your net decks straight away.
Next week, I'm going to fucking bring my A game. No, next week we'll do a Dota. We'll do a Tavern Brawl.
So I've never done Dota 2.
We might.
So we're going to do it on Thursday next week.
Yeah, we'll do it on
then.
Thursday, hopefully.
So we might switch with Duncan, depending what his Wednesdays look like.
Well, because if Brawl's not going to happen on Wednesdays, then...
It's basically, the problem is I don't know if you know about Hearthstone's EU servers, but they are the worst.
Oh, yeah, because it crashed last week on Wednesday, didn't it?
The idea is they pushed it so they were trying to basically mitigate how many people had time to play it. And so they pushed it later and later in the hopes that, like, people have probably gone to bed by now, maybe they're having dinner. But yeah, basically since May 2014, the EU servers have not been continuously up for a month.
Oh, really?
They've had issues.
Well, what a problem. What a problem having such a popular game. That
Well, no,
people
because in
spend
America
billions
it's
of
fine.
pounds
In
on.
America it's fine, exactly.
Oh, it's so terrible for them. So anyway,
Bullshit.
sorry. I'm putting my shoes on. I'm going home. See you all next week. 625.
625. So we have $1,000 and $1,300 or thereabouts. $1,300, 75.
That's going to cover your plane ticket.
It is less than an hour for a Tavern Brawl.
So if we do...
My plane? What, do you think I'm travelling economy? No, thank you.
How much is a first-class plane ticket to Los Angeles?
$10,000.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it would be about that. We'd upgrade with air miles, and I'd pocket the rest of the cash.
I haven't got
HMRC
any
doesn't
air
know
miles.
anything.
So
Yeah, why don't you have an air miles?
I thought you were claiming them.
No, I can't. Only the person who sits in the seat can claim the air miles.
Shit, I've never claimed a single air mile.
You can only claim back like 3 months as well.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All those air miles gone, like dust in the wind.
Literally
Like
like
tears in rain.
100,000 air miles. How do I know that? Because I had 100,000 air miles. I upgraded me, Martin, Shin, and Duncan on the way out to BlizzCon, and I would have been upgrading you then.
But I couldn't come.
Couldn't go. It was beautiful. First class, seats are all right. The first class lounge, worth every single free penny. I wouldn't pay
I saw
for it
you
still.
playing snooker pool.
Pool. It was beautiful. We could do
So,
yacht pool.
all right. So how much is it genuinely for a first class ticket?
Let's just look. Let's not look for first class. Let's just see.
Or a normal, yeah. I mean,
Okay, Virgin Atlantic.
well, surely it's not more than $1,000. Surely we can already get one ticket.
Hang on, I need to look at E3 2016. Wow. Okay, so the dates for E3 are June 14th. Okay, June 14th. So we're going London to LAX. Okay, outbound. We're not going today. We're going to go in June. June. Okay, we need to be there day befores to get over the jet lag, and then we've got to be. Let's be there a week. I'm going to have 2 people. Let's see. Show me all the cabins. Here we go. We're going to spend just money. This is in United England pounds. Okay, guys. So please double this wherever you live in the world because our economy is so strong. That's not bad. Holy moly.
£1,000.
So if I was to say that, what does that mean? Is that both of us? Okay, so that's each. So it'd be £823 each if we went then to go out. And then to come back, only 2 seats left. So on this one, for example, so we could fly out for just under £3,000. So £3,000 to, let's see, is, so we are a third of the way there.
Okay.
If we bought them now. And that's just, then we need to stay somewhere.
We're about...
So we just need to have someone who will...
What's a third of the way to America? Like, middle of the
somewhere
ocean?
over the Atlantic right now.
That's where we are.
We're in the Atlantic right now, guys. Help us get to E3 and back. So then we need to... maybe
Set off
if
my
someone
emergency
who
beacon.
lives in LA and they're like, I have it needs to be 3-star or higher house with a room that we can stay in, separate rooms. We'll share if we choose to, when in Rome. So let us know. I think that would be beautiful. In fact, I can't even scroll this. You can't see that, but there you go.
Premium economy.
That is premium, obviously. Well, economy, let's look at if we were in cattle class, technically, yes, we're close to already being there. But guys, fuck off.
See, that's how much we should... That's
me.
how much
That's
I thought
me in
it
this,
was.
with these giant legs and massive dick.
No, but I thought...
Yeah.
Because that converted into dollars, we are... one person.
We're one person
halfway.
on economy.
So that's how much I thought it was. See, I thought I was completely out of touch when you brought up that big
I
number.
can't fly
I didn't realise
economy,
that said premium
Lewis.
economy. I couldn't see that.
My dick would be stuck between the armrests.
Oh, I see.
These flight attendants come over and say, "Could you fold that?" And I say, "I can't. I'm so well endowed." And they say,
went, like,
"I'm sorry,
upper class,
sir."
man.
Well, I have to. No,
How
I didn't
much
go
was-
upper
how much
class.
is
Upper
that?
class
Holy fuck!
with chauffeur.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. What does it say? Chauffeur. In the UK, a chauffeur-driven service will take you
don't
from
get that when
any
you
mainland
upgrade,
destination
I guess, with air
to
miles.
75 miles. We're further than 75 miles of the airport. Okay, so both of us on the flight out, that would be £8,500.
That's what we're aiming for.
So that, hang
That
on, let's
doesn't
try
cover the
that.
hotel. We need to cover.
No, that's just flights. If we want to go first class, I mean, guys, you have the power. Don't tell me. Don't have me tell you what you can and can't do.
Fuck me, that is
$12,000
such a lot of money.
So but in only just 2 weeks, Lewis, we're 10th of the way there.
The problem is, do you know what? The problem isn't.
That is 20
I'm only
weeks.
5'7". I'm a little babby, so I can just go into cattle class and it's fine for me.
But that's 20 weeks.
But
but my big dick.
Your big dong,
exactly.
and Duncan with his big legs, they can't deal with.
Duncan's
premium. They
like
can't deal
8
with-
people wide.
Premium economy's fine. Actually,
He's a good man.
It's
So
very
I think
different,
that's why I
don't
think is a happy medium is to be in premium. And Lewis, I'll let you in a little secret. I have some air miles left over. I can top us up to a premium, to upper.
How many have you got left over?
About 50,000.
Jeez.
Yeah, I spent a lot, and I still have a lot. But the thing is, it's 12,500 to upgrade from premium to upper class.
You could just go upper class for the rest of your life.
No, that's the problem because I spent so much upgrading Lewis,
Do you get
Duncan,
more when you
Duncan Shin.
upgrade?
No,
So when you upgrade, for that journey, you don't get them.
I don't think so, or you get less. And like I said, so Duncan, Shin, and Martin. And the problem is, so I was doing it for Duncan, Shin, and Martin, thinking, well, it's a lovely thing. Okay, we're going out. It should be enjoyable. This is what they're there for. I upgrade them all. As we're going through it, Martin goes, "Oh yeah, last time I flew out, I flew upper class as well." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, they just upgraded me." I was like, "Don't fuck it. I just spent 12,500 miles on you, and you've already had this experience. You can fly on the other ticket. Fuck you." Duncan Shin and I will go up here, but he needed a haircut, so I wasn't going to pay for that. So
He had his haircut in the airport.
you get a free haircut.
Maybe that's when I can get my
a free
haircut.
massage. Tom Ash may even be there.
I hope so.
He may have gone. Cardiff wasn't for me. Heathrow, please.
We have gone full circle.
Full circle. Let's register to exhibit at E3. I am
We're not doing that.
in production and packaging
Oh, yeah,
services.
we probably are.
We are going to come up with a new type of game packaging live on this stream this time next week. Tune in. Maybe not this time. Maybe tomorrow. Next week. And we will come up with a new package for games, and we will
He was
teach
getting
me
a free ticket.
how to play
He was getting my ticket.
Dota.
He was me.
Martin, exactly.
What?
And he cost me.
Can't believe it.
And that's the thing.
Can't believe it.
So I got to go back to my wife and say, "Oh, sorry, Liz, I can't take you to America or Devon on a plane
First class.
or a helicopter." I spent all those on Martin to give him an experience he already had.
All right.
Ridiculous.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank
We
you,
will be
everyone,
back
for watching.
next
Thank
week.
you, everyone,
Maybe
subscribed.
Wednesday, maybe Thursday.
We love you.
There's lots of good stuff coming out at the moment. Team Double
Equally,
Dragon, you can check that out.
If you have
haven't.
any production and packaging experience, send in your CVs to
Me and Shin
talent@yogscast.com.
and Duncan are doing To the Core and Druids, which is really fun. Main channel might be a bit sparse content-wise in the coming weeks because we've barely done anything for it. But you'll find that out, I guess.
And for me this week, I've had a couple of meetings today. I'm going to do some emails tomorrow. I've got a meeting in the afternoon with some of the editors just to chat through their workflow.
All right, cool beans.
And Colin in the Bath, thanks for the $4. Thank you very much.
Bye, everyone.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm going to sit here till they turn.